I'm going to be showing you guys how to get a lot of competitive points, completing the quests fast, and the best quests to go for. So if you guys do want to enjoy this video and or liking any of my videos, then definitely make sure to subscribe. Also, if you guys like, join my Discord server. We do giveaways, trading, and pretty much everything to do with BGS Infinity, so hop on in. But now that we're all out of the way, let's get you guys some comp points so you can get top 50 or whatever place you're going for. The brand new competition just got released and it's pretty much the same. There's a little bit of minor changes here with the quests and stuff like that. So to access competitive, you just go down to the bottom right above items, and you will see the crown saying competitive. You just click on it and you will see the team, or you'll see rewards, top 500, that type of stuff. So if you go to teams are pretty much the same. It's no longer only 6 people though that you can have a max in your team. It's actually been bumped up to 10. So that's really good. If you want a lot more friends to put in there, that's the way to go. And they also added a feature which I definitely love, is that teams will be locked in 4 days, meaning the day before competitive season 2 actually ends, they will be locked in their team, meaning players cannot leave, they can't swap out players, they will be locked in, and they cannot jeopardize their team, because that was definitely happening a lot in the first competitive season and all that type of stuff. So I'm really glad they added that type of feature. And then the only other change that we know of is they minus 25% of the person's points once they leave a team. So if you have a lot of points in your team and you end up leaving it, going for a better team, or just another team in general, 25% will get knocked off your total points. So that's pretty much all the change they made with the teams. Let's get into the quests/tasks. So you just click tasks. You can see these whether you're in a team or not. Now they definitely did change a couple of these here, especially the 2 permanent ones. So we got the permanent bubble one, which this used to be 50 million bubbles, but is now 75 million bubbles, which I'm glad they did change this, because there's some people out there that have insane bubble teams, which that's pretty much how the game goes, and they would be able to hit 50 million bubbles no problem, being the fastest progression ever with this type of quest. So I'm glad they bumped it up a little bit. But even if you still have a decent bubble team, with Infinity Elixir, all that stuff popped, you'll still be able to blow 75 million bubbles pretty quick, just not as quick as it used to be. And then we got the egg permanent quest. So they actually knocked this down quite a good bit. Eggs used to not be the way to go in competitive season 1, but now honestly I think it might be better than bubbles. So they knocked this down from 3,000 eggs to 1,250. I'm pretty sure it was 3,000. I could be mistaken. I know it's somewhere around there, but either way, they cut it down to 1,250 now, and honestly that is insane, especially if you got Infinity Elixir and stuff like that, which I'll get more into in just a moment. But yeah, that's a really good quest. And then we got the repeatable quests, which I'm pretty sure are all the same. I'm actually going to go through these, so let's just check them out. So we had rainbow, we have the crystal egg, now we have showman egg, so it actually brings in mini game paradise, so you do have to go world from world. Okay, understandable. We also have crystal eggs again, mining eggs, neon eggs, which is a new egg, 120 epic pets, play for 10 minutes, which we've already had those, 200 nightmare, more epic pets. So yeah, pretty much the same. I'm not really seeing anything different except for the brand new mini game paradise eggs in here, those quests. But other than that, it's pretty much all the same. That's pretty much it for the quests and tasks, which we'll get more into that in just a moment. Let's go over the rewards real quick. So we got rewards just like last time. We got a brand new series 2 egg. We got a bunch of rewards in here. Then you can keep on earning eggs every 500 points, same as the last one, but you do get a lot of eggs in these last tiers. Oh my goodness. And I think these are more point requirements as well. That's pretty cool. And then we got top 500. So top 50 gets the mythic sun, which is a really good pet, 35 elixirs, 100 royal keys, and 20 power orbs. We got the normal sun pet for top 200, infinity elixir, 20, 25 royal keys, and 10 power orbs. And then for top 500 we get the moon, 12 elixir, and 5 power orbs. So that's pretty much all to do with the brand new competitive season. Let's get into how to get a lot of points very fast, and the best method to do so, whether it's AFK or manually doing it. So as you all know, for competitive season 1, if you actually did participate, bubbles was the meta, it was the strat, it was the way to go on pretty much anything, whether it was manually or AFKing, especially AFKing. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't really think it's the best strat as of right now. Since they actually nerfed the bubble quest and buffed the hatching quest, I'm gonna be honest, hatching is probably the way to go. The only argument I would have between bubbles and eggs would be if you have an insane bubble team. I'm talking about like one of the top 100 players, then you'll probably have no problem AFKing and blowing bubbles very fast compared to how many eggs you can hatch. But I'm gonna be honest, you need an insane amount of pets, especially like the new rare pets and stuff like that, and that's just very hard to get. You'd have to do a lot of trading, and well, it's just not the ideal way. I mean, as of right now on my current team, this is my current team, I have a lot of secret pets. Not all of them are new, I have some decent ones, but I only blow I think 160k without infinity elixir. Yeah, 157k without infinity elixir, and then over 300k with infinity elixir. And I just wouldn't want to do the bubble quest because I wouldn't get 75 million that quick compared to how many eggs I can actually hatch. But there's also some downsides to both of these quests as well. That's going to give you 3 more pets to put on your team to have high BGSI bubbles, giving you a lot more. And like I said, I have all the game passes and I'm only blowing 157k. Now I definitely could get better pets, but you know, you still need the game pass. Same thing with the egg quest. You're going to need the game pass to hatch 2 more eggs, which allows you to hatch a total of 6 instead of the default 4. So they both require a game pass to get a little bit of an edge and be able to complete them quests a lot faster. So as of right now, for my free-to-play players out there that have no game passes and have the default equips and the egg hatches, I would definitely say bubbles would be the way to go if you blow a decent bit. I would say over 100k would be decent. And then if you don't have a good team, I recommend going specifically for eggs. I feel like you will hatch a lot more eggs, especially 1250, a lot faster than you will blow 75 million bubble, because that's going to take a good bit and you need a good team as well. Now to make that even better, I definitely recommend using Infinity Elixir so you can hatch insanely fast and also blow twice the bubbles. Infinity Elixir is going to be your best friend in this competitive event, so definitely make sure to get some. So I would say as a completely free-to-play player, if you have a good bubble team, I would recommend going for bubbles. But if you're also free-to-play and you have a good bubble team, or maybe you don't, then I recommend eggs. 1,250 eggs is not that many and not very hard to get, especially if you have all the plus equips. You know, I'm talking about default 4, and then if you have the game pass, it makes it a lot better as well. Now I would definitely say out of all the quests, bubbling is going to be the AFK method. It's pretty much only going to be AFK. There's no way you're just going to be manually blowing bubbles, because that's honestly not going to get you that many points when you can manually be grinding out these quests. Just like in the first competitive event, you know, manually doing the egg quest was the way to go. Nobody really manually did bubbles. That was just an AFK strat, but going around manually doing, you know, the egg quest, the hatching quest, that's the way to go, and that's how you get a ton of points very fast. And I'm actually going to show you guys how fast it is with 6 egg hatches, you know, having the game pass and popping a bunch of boosts. All right, so we are now in the main world. Let's go to our competitive tasks here and see what we got. So we have hatch 450 spiky eggs and hatch 350 mining eggs. So we're just going to go ahead and swap this over with reroll orbs. This is the way to go as well. Definitely make sure you grind out those because they will definitely be your best friend. Let's go ahead and get a decent quest. Okay, so we got 2 spiky eggs, luckily. So now we just got to hatch 650 eggs real quick. So I have hatching boost on, I have the hatching game pass, and I'm also going to pop some Infinity Elixir. So we're just going to go ahead and pop 1. This should not take me very long whatsoever. And we are just going to walk over here and spam R like crazy. You can also set up tiny tasks to spam R or E key. Doesn't really matter. Whatever's helping you hatch insanely fast. Either way, I'm going to get these 600 eggs done in no time. And while I'm actually going for these spiky eggs and hatching these, I'm also going to be completing the permanent egg quest as well, getting those 1,250 eggs. So I'm going to be getting a ton of points just by completing all of these quests. So boom, we already got the 201 done, and I'm going to go ahead and complete the 401. I just need like 400 and some eggs so far. Really quick, and like I said, it's super quick because we already completed 1 quest. Manually hatching is definitely the way to go. You just pick a quest, you go to it, you manually do it real quick by spamming R with Infinity Elixir or pretty much any boost possible, and you will get a lot of points very, very fast. So we're still hatching here. It's not taking very long. We still have 5 minutes left on this Infinity Elixir, so we're only like a minute in, and we already completed a quest. Boom, we already completed the next quest. How close are we completing the permanent quest? Let's find out. We're not that far off, and we also got some great quests as well. So hatch 50 shinies, hatch 200 magma eggs. So I already got 750 points right away without barely doing anything within a minute. So let's head over here to the magma egg. Let's go ahead and hatch 200 eggs and see how long it takes. We have 4 minutes and 30 seconds on our Infinity Elixir. Let's see how fast we can get it done. So 4 minutes and 30 right now. Keep going. We're spamming R. We should be done with it very soon. And I should be completing this permanent quest as well. We're almost 20 seconds in. Come on, where's this quest? We should be completing it soon. There we go. We completed both of those quests just like that with not even a minute in. I think maybe like 30-40 seconds. We already got some more points for our competitive team, and we're now up to 1,450. If I went a little bit longer to hatch some shiny pets, then I could have got 600 more points and put me over 2,000. So just like that, manually doing these egg quests is definitely the way to go for farming up a lot of points quick. And if you want to AFK, then obviously the permanent hatch one is good as well. But bubbles would probably be the good way if you have a good team, and then hatching would be the best way possible because you don't need a good team for that. Game passes help, but you don't need those either. Now, if you are manually doing these hatching quests, I definitely would focus on like shiny pets or pretty much any egg that gives you the most points. So like hatching 600 eggs, you know, 450, go for pretty much any quest that gives you the most amount of points. Don't go for those like dinky easy quests like 200 eggs and stuff like that. You want to go for the more egg quests because they'll give you a lot more points than those easier quests. quests. So like I said, stacking up on reroll orbs will definitely help. And if you want to know the best way to stack up reroll orbs, I would definitely recommend the daily rewards, especially if you've been logging in and you barely use them and you play all the time. Daily rewards is the way to go. If you just hop over here to daily, as you can see, you can buy a stack of 5 reroll orbs for just 10 stars. You can get over a couple thousand reroll orbs, no problem, depending on how many stars you have, just by using them. But that is pretty much it on the brand new competitive event. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you found it helpful. That is the best way to grind out these quests and get a lot of points quick. So best of luck to you guys on getting, top 50, top 200, or just getting on the leaderboard in general. If you guys haven't already, then make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to never miss an upload. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.